welcome back. We are currently on the main menu. I'm going to click on the De-Duplication button. Upon clicking this button, a new submenu will open, also titled De-Duplication. Twins is very powerful at deduplicating name and address data, and also makes the process very easy. I'm now going to click on the De-Duplication Wizard button and begin to follow through the wizard. The second step in the wizard will again ask us to map up fields. Twins will automatically map these fields up for us that we have already previously mapped in the import wizard. It is always good practice to double check this step, as there may be some extra fields that did not get matched up. Remember to use the sample data displayed underneath the fields to help you make the correct matches. The next step is asking us whether we would like to process all of our records or only a subset of records. I'm going to choose to process all of my records. In this next step, Twins is showing us a list of match methods, all of which are standard and most commonly used. As you can see, this list includes such match methods as address, email, telephone, business, and reference number. On the right-hand side of the window, if you click the Select button, it will take you to a list of extended match methods. These are match methods that are not commonly used. This list allows you to replace some of the standard methods. On the left-hand side, extended matching methods are listed, and on the right-hand side, you have a drop-down box in which you can choose what standard match method you would like replaced in the original list. Other than the extended match methods, DataTools also offers custom match methods if you are not satisfied with any of the methods included within the standard or extended libraries. You can call up DataTools and request a custom match method, and a friendly DataTools staff member will check the internal library for a method that matches your request. If the match method you requested does not exist within our internal library, we can have this custom match method created by one of our developers, and you would usually receive this back within the same day or the following day. When you receive this custom match method back, you simply double-click on the icon and it will install to your PC. It will then appear in your list as a custom match method. Going back now to the process of deduplication, I will explain some differences between some of these match methods so that I can help you to gain a better understanding of how they work. We'll start from the top. We've got person and address matches, then below we have tight person and address matches, then under that we have tight person and loose address matches. So the top match method is person and address matches. This one is the one that is most commonly used, as it provides the best balance that is not so tight that we will miss out on duplicates, but it is also not so loose that we will end up with all of these duplicates that we will have to verify manually. The next match method down is tight person and address matches. This puts more emphasis on a person's name. For example, if a record contained the name Jane Doe, the type person match would not pick this up if the record contained an initial such as J Doe. The type match requires more of the name, as the initial could stand for another name such as Jenny, for example. Now moving on to the type person and loose address match method. Like the type person matching, this search method is again putting more emphasis on a person's name to find a match and using less of the address, so it will still produce a different set of results. The next step is allowing us to adjust the intensity of the matching versus the speed of processing. Postal locality awareness matches cross over the neighbouring localities. As an example, say we have a record that contains the address George Street. One record may list Circular Quay as the locality, and another record may list Sydney as the locality. Postal locality awareness knows suburbs that neighbour each other, and takes that into account as part of the matching process. I will explain to you how the postal locality awareness bar in this step works. 0 representing the least intense method of processing, and each step up to 7 intensifies the process. Once Twins has completed the process, a window will open and display a count of matches. This will tell you the number of groups within each match method and how many records they consist of. A duplicate needs to consist of 2 records to be considered a duplicate, but could have up to 3 or 4. This window also gives us the option to print this count out for future reference. Now that we have completed the first step in the deduplication process, we can continue on with the next. In Twins, buttons within submenus are laid out in the order which the processes should be run. So the next step would be the AutoKeep wizard. AutoKeep marks the redundant records in the duplicate group for delete. We aren't deleting the records at this point, we are merely marking them for delete. We have the option to view and change these around in a later step. Twins is now asking us to select which match method we would like to apply to the AutoKeep process. In this step, Twins is asking us to prioritize our lists that we have previously imported. This is how list prioritization works. For instance, if we had a list called Customer List and another called Prospect List, if we prioritized the customer list over the prospect list, the records from the prospect list would be marked for delete first. When we click Next, Twins is now going to ask us how many records we would like to keep per group of matches during the AutoKeep process. In most cases, you will want to keep one person and address match per group. Here is an example for the reasoning behind this step. You may want to do an address match and you may not want to send more than 3 letters to a particular address. We are being asked to nominate how many records per match group we would like to keep. So for instance, if we choose to keep 3 records and the match group contains 4 records, only 1 record would be marked for delete. Back in the submenu now, we are going to click on the View Found Matches button. This will open up a new window within Twins. Across the top of this window we have all of our elected match methods in button form. This allows us to cycle through match groups to view varied results. Right at the bottom of the window on the left we can see a count of the records. There are arrow buttons that allow you to cycle through the records within the match group. We can see that these first record matches are a bit all over the place. The suburbs don't match, the address formats are different as well as the phone numbers, and one record even contains data that the other doesn't. Twins is very clever and can determine which suburbs neighbour one another, and also takes all of the other data into consideration and decides on the duplicates. As we can see here, Twins has marked this record for delete as it is within the list that we prioritized as the lowest. I will go through a few more quick examples of how Twins recognizes duplicates. We can see within this next record once again that the data it contains is inconsistent and all over the place. Twins has decided that these are duplicates based on the name and address matches. Twins does not need a correct address to make a match. The match will also be picked up if the localities are similar or are neighbouring one another. These are good examples of how the match methods Twins applies are far superior to the standard old percentage matching procedure to complete successful deduplication processes. In my previous examples, when you compare the addresses, there is only about 50% of the data matching up. So if you were performing a deduplication adopting the percentage matching process and only looked for duplicates with a likeliness of 90%, you would miss out on so many possible duplicate records. Twins is a lot more intelligent when it comes to picking up matches. Through using match methods, Twins is able to parse that data to memory and overlook where that data sits within the fields. It is clear that Twins' deduplication process achieves the utmost desirable results required by data specialists. Now we have the option to print off these matches into a report. This can be handy if you've cleaned up one database and need to use the report as a reference for removing records manually from another system that does not have an automated process to rid that system of duplicates. The last step in the deduplication process is deleting the marked records. You open the Delete wizard by clicking on the Delete wizard button. This will then go through and delete all of the records we have marked previously by using either the AutoKeep wizard or manually through the View Found Matches step. If you would like to export any of these records, you can do so by following the Export wizard. The Export wizard can be located in the Workspace menu. This presentation has been brought to you by DataTools. For more information, please visit our website www.datatools.com.au or give us a call on 02 9687 4666.